now tuned in to the Rich Dream Show.
That beat hard, boy. Ooh, that beat hard.
What's happening? Welcome to the Rich Dream Show, the show about everything, but also nothing. It's your boy, your co-host, Smoke Dog, here with my boy, my partner.
Big G Phase, Jika, whatever you want to call me, man. What we got
sir.
with the 7th episode?
Number 7.
Not
Lucky
7,
number
Sim.
7.
Sim.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Coming to y'all today, man. Happy MLK Day to everybody.
Yep. Happy MLK.
And it's a beautiful thing, man. That hey man, he kind of had well, he didn't get to see it, but his dream kind of has come to fruition. I guess that's debatable, huh?
Very, very much so. Yeah. To me, at least. Yeah.
I mean, he said he wanted us all to be together and to be able to coexist.
Yeah, I think he did. I think he, I would say back then, bro, black folks was definitely cut different than they are now. And here we have the statue, the new statue, the Embrace statue.
Yeah.
Which I think this derived from him and his wife Coretta, Miss Coretta King. I think they were what they were hugging each other, whatever.
Yeah, man. So I did look up after he won the Nobel Peace Prize in 1964.
Okay, that's when it was. Okay.
This was a picture of them caught after the moment,
right,
hugging and embracing each other. Him, Dr. MLK Jr. and Coretta Scott King.
Okay.
Now, when you look,
let's get to the statue. Let's get to the actual statue.
Yeah, that is depicted. It's supposed to be them hugging, but when you look at it, and what the internet has been seeing, what I first saw myself when I looked at it was a very abstract view that didn't look like
a hug. I'll tell you that. It didn't look like a hug.
Now, I will say, like, this angle here is a better angle.
It is.
You can see the hands.
This is the best angle I've seen.
Yeah, but the unveiling, it was very much given. Why is she holding this big bronze dick, man?
Right, definitely bronze penis. I think give them heads at least. It don't even have to be that big. Like it could have been the actual statue of their whole bodies. It don't have to be that big, but just because this just I don't like it. It ain't my taste. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to Dr. King, man. Like I say, just going back to those times. My mom was born in 1960. So she was a little girl around those times going, of the civil rights movement and all of that. Sure. But I think they were just, like I say, as far as just the movement itself, I think they were cut different, man. They way different than us these days. I think we done got very comfortable, and somewhat, we definitely not somewhat, we definitely not as together and close knit as we were, black folks speaking, back then in the 60s and 50s and 60s and all that, when we was trying to get all of these rights for ourselves. So we accept it.
A lot of that has to do with just the age that we're in. Because it's not like people aren't voicing their opinions about how they feel, but I think it's just we're in that age of where everybody can talk about everything. Nobody wants to take any action. Definitely. I'm not seeing just the people in the community that's like putting groups together saying, hey, we need to go to our city council because we feel like these are injustices that we're dealing with in our community and things of that nature. It's just like, people go on Twitter rants.
And that'll be it for a couple of days. And that'll be it. And that's what I say. We've gotten to to a point, due to the civil rights
Yeah.
movement, we accepted in all of these different businesses as any other white person in this country or whatever. So I just feel like over time we've just gotten a little bit,
Lax.
on some chill, laid back. We ain't too much worried about nothing. We good.
Right.
We got all the same. You know what I'm saying? So, like you say, I think in turn that makes us um, not as proactive.
Right.
We'll talk a good game. Yeah, we'll talk. But when it come down to doing or coming together, nah. We ain't
I
really.
honestly feel like that's a lot of the reason why MLK Jr.'s his his viewpoint and his uh, thought processes on how we should do things were accepted because it all dealt with peace, positivity,
Right.
and whereas Brother Malcolm,
Hmm.
what you noticed that he was along those same lanes as a revolutionary, as one that was a
Right.
black activist.
Civil rights
He
activist.
don't have he don't have no holiday, but
Nah,
that's because his was a more extreme approach.
true. And even back in those times, bro, even back in those times, like even with Muhammad Ali, they didn't like Muhammad Ali like they love
Yeah,
him now. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? They didn't like Martin Luther King how they love him now. You know what I'm saying? Well, he's revered now. Him, not more like you said to Malcolm. You know, Malcolm X, like he was on some. Now you touch me, I'm gonna touch you back. You know what I'm
right.
saying? And forget trying to be included into the
No, no,
white
no
man.
turning the other cheek. Yeah,
Yeah, and he wasn't really. I don't think he was too much on trying to be included into the white man's um, businesses or anything like
right.
that. He really was about just black or whatever. But yeah, I think it's a good thing to see that people of all ethnicities revere Martin Luther King nowadays. You know what I'm saying? I think that's
Seriously,
a cool thing. Yeah.
and I do appreciate it from a standpoint of I have friends. I feel like from all different type of ethnicities, backgrounds.
Hmm.
Some I even consider to be as close as family. So
Right.
you know, without that movement, it wouldn't be possible to have things like that and have
Right.
relationships like that.
Exactly.
Um, now I have heard a standpoint of maybe we would have been better off if we maybe would have took Brother Malcolm's approach and just kept everything separate and you know not have included everybody because as far as inventions go,
We
uh,
invented a lot of shit we don't get credit.
yeah, I mean,
We invented a lot of
did
shit we don't
we
get
did
credit
we
for.
really need to integrate?
To me, I think it's hard to say because it didn't happen like that. We didn't really, with the what do they call it? I don't want to miss not mispronounce or miss say or whatever.
Mr.
The
Pine.
red summer or something like that with the burnings of the black communities and all of that. I
Mm,
think Tulsa was a part of that, Rosewood and all that, a lot of different communities, not just those, those the ones we kind of know about, but it was a lot
right.
of black communities in the country or whatever that got burned down. You know what I'm saying? So we never really got to see really what it
How
was
big
because
things could get, yeah.
how far it could have got,
Right.
could have gotten, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. Maybe though, maybe,
Yeah.
maybe.
Well, I'd like to think we in that time, that resurgence of, black people trying to take hold of their own and trying to build up themselves and their businesses
Right,
and really just trying to stand on our own 2 feet.
right,
Uh,
no doubt.
which is it's still a funny thing to me that to be told, hey, like to pull yourself up by your bootstrap thing. But I saw a quote from Martin Luther King today. It's kind of insulting to tell a man pull himself up by his bootstraps, but he ain't giving no boots. You
Hmm.
know, I mean, from the time that we was freed, we still never got our 40 acres in a mule. Still no reparations to this day. But At the same time,
only
you
group in this
seen the
country,
progression.
only group of people or ethnicity in this country that hadn't got anything for what our ancestors went through in this country.
Right.
You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Like shout out to the Jewish people and other groups that got paid for stuff that didn't even happen in this country
Right.
and still getting paid to this day.
Yeah.
Getting loans that we can't get.
Yeah. I agree, man. Shoot.
Um,
Shout out. That's another thing. Shout out to any disenfranchised group that had to go through, hardships to get to this time. Pretty much anybody except American white folk.
Yeah, that's it.
Because
They never
it's
had
not.
to go through
I think
anything.
it gets misinterpreted that black people are against everybody else or
No,
like
we're
we're
not.
jealous. No, it's not nothing like that. We're happy that y'all made your own way.
Right, exactly.
Y'all were able to get afforded and build businesses yourselves. We
I
just
can't
want
knock
that
them for
same
that. Yeah,
opportunity
I can't knock them for that. I can't knock them for that.
at all. It just
Yeah.
would be nice to be given that same opportunity.
Would be nice. Would be
Yeah.
nice. Yeah, and one would say, "Oh, they'll just blow it on jewelry and car." Well, goddamn it, let us blow it. Fuck it, let us blow it. Or
Like,
a lot of us gonna do the right thing with it. I feel.
Yeah.
But give us the opportunity. That's it.
Look, if you win the lotto, you win the lotto.
Man, how many black people win the lotto? You think?
We gotta check a stat on that for real.
I don't think it's many black people that win the lotto, but most of the people that hit the lotto, they fucking blow all of the money.
Right.
Regardless of the ethnicity, regardless of their race, they blow the money. You know what I'm saying? So, hey man, shit.
6 times.
Have a black.
That's just a quick Google.
Okay.
That might be misconstrued.
That's all we got to go off. So
That's just quick Google. I don't know how long the lottery been around, but it just seemed like it should have been more than 6 times.
Hey,
man,
hey, there you
that's
go.
crazy shit.
Yep.
But at the end of the day, thank God for Martin Luther King Jr.
Yeah.
Shoot, I say shout out to all the people that live on the Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard. I know there's this stereotypical depiction that everybody that's on there is just from the slums and they ghetto and they ain't shit, but I know some people that live on there and they're good damn.
Yeah. Right. Nah, it's definitely any Martin Luther King Drive, Street, Boulevard, Avenue is definitely in the rougher part of the city or the town. But but that don't mean that you can't come out of that and make something of yourself and do good in the world. Nah, I definitely don't mean that.
Agree. And it definitely doesn't mean that you have to be of your environment. You can hold yourself in a different light than everything around you.
Yeah.
And you can rise above your surroundings. And also I want to say a lot of times I feel more comfortable in those areas than some of the, I guess, suburban communities.
I don't. I'm
Shoot,
gonna tell you right now, I don't. I ain't had no bad experience in the suburbs yet. I guess that's just my experience. But
I feel you.
Yeah.
But shit, that's a crazy thing, man. To feel like you can be walking in a nice neighborhood, but you still not safe.
Nah.
That's what black people go through.
That's real.
Let me see what else we got on the docket for today. So it looked like the man with millions of kids, Mr. Nick Cannon. Looks like Mariah is trying to file for sole custody, or I think what's the term? I want to get the term correct. Primary custody. Okay.
Wait, so Nick, wait. So Nick has full custody of their.
So right now, I believe they're doing joint
split.
Yeah.
Okay. So
but
she wants to be able to dictate.
Yeah.
Basically. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And basically what Mariah's standpoint is on it, just in the interview she did with Essence, she's saying he doesn't really spend as much time with the kids. for him to have joint custody, which, you know,
The
he
nigga got
seems
35.
like he might be a busy guy.
How much? I mean, shit. I mean, that's on him. He got to keep making all these kids. So,
That's a fact.
that's his thing, man. I can't knock a man for how many kids or whatever. Hell, he can afford to at least financially take care of him. I mean, he not gonna be able to spend that time with him like that.
Agreed.
Being who he is, being a famous person, I'm sure he's very busy.
Yeah.
And you got kids spread all over, different women. So,
Seriously.
they won't get that time. But like I say, he'll be able to take care of them financially.
Yeah.
For what that's worth.
Right. As a kid who grew up with just a single mom and not having a dad to be there supporting,
Same here. Yep.
yeah, just being supporting with being there, period, or financially, really.
Right. Same here.
I would say I'm not gonna say I would just like be ecstatic if all he did was send money and still never really talked to me or had a relationship. But it would have definitely made me feel better. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I mean, we can both say that because of the situations that we actually grew up in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's our perspective. So we kind of the same on that. I would have felt better hell, if my mom was getting some child support or something like that too.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I think that if you're a kid, I think, and it's just knowing some people that had their, both of their parents in their life, they would have definitely rather that time. And you see stories about it too sometimes on TV. They would definitely rather have that time and build that bond and relationship with their dad, versus them just sending them money every month or whatever. So it's just like I said, it's two different perspectives on it. But
Agreed.
we coming from the perspective of shit. Growing up as a young kid, we didn't have anybody around, so hell, we would have took some money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, of course, I would have rather him be in my life as well and had a relationship, whatever. But
you would take that.
Neither one.
For sure.
I mean,
Exactly. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Hell yeah.
Oh man, that kind of reminds me. It's off subject a little bit. Well, it is off subject, so I ain't gonna say anything about it. But
run it. Fuck it. Run it.
There's this dude on Instagram, and what he does is he goes around and tackles deadbeat dads, bro. I gotta pull up his Instagram handle. His name is
Big
Prime Time. All one word on Instagram.
Wow. And this is not us by any means saying Nick's a deadbeat dad. I don't think he's a deadbeat dad.
Not at all. Not at all.
Yeah, not at all.
I feel like he out there hustling, trying to make sure he provides.
Sure. You better be. You better be.
Or Big Prime Time come get you.
Right. Yeah.
But nah, man. I think Mariah is well within her rights to do that if she feels like she's spending majority of the time with the kids anyway. And he's not really making that effort to have a relationship with them. I do, however, will say it doesn't seem necessary to me. It's like, are you doing this out of spite, or it's like what do the children gain from this? Because that's how I look at things. Like,
it's probably a control thing, of course. Who knows? Maybe their relation, it might be spite or something like that. I mean, because I'm sure the kids are with her most of the time. I mean, I could be wrong, but
he actually had a quote that said that as well. He basically said, being a father of multiple kids, it's always the biggest guilt on me that I don't get to spend enough time with all of my children. One, because he constantly always working. Two, because he just spread thin.
Yeah, I bet so.
All I can say is, I think we have this misconception in the Black community for sure that just because you can, like, if you got the money, you can have as many kids you want, which is true.
Right.
Just doesn't mean it always should happen. I think I've heard Nick say this though. He's looking at it from a standpoint of just trying to put more black people on the earth, which you can't really be mad at that, I guess. But you know,
All right.
I don't know, man. Do you feel like so we've been the minority for hundreds of years? Will it ever be a shift? I've heard people say that eventually, like everybody's gonna be mixed together. It's not gonna matter race.
Right. I think that'll happen more so than the black, at least in America. I think that'll happen more so than like one ethnicity or one race taking over the country. Like as far as I think the population of Caucasian white people, whatever. I think that is going down year by year.
Yeah,
but I think it'll continue to go down, and it'll be more mixed babies than purebreds or whatever.
And I agree with that too, because even the ones that swear they hate us,
oh man,
they'll still get down,
Yeah.
which is some funny shit to me, but
they love us, man. They really love us. You know what I'm saying?
What it is, man.
Yeah,
we the ones they love to hate.
Yeah, all that good stuff.
Yeah. So this weekend had the super wild card weekend, is what they called it.
It was
the NFL playoffs, and
it
man,
was first week
talking about. I don't think there was a bad game the whole weekend.
Nah,
maybe. I think last night, Cowboys Tampa Bay.
That was a bad game. That was a bad game.
Yeah, the most.
And this ain't me.
Game.
This not me. This not me hating on the Cowboys. Anything. You know what I'm saying? This ain't me hating on y'all.
Hey, Saints fan, talk light. Talk light, Saints fan.
This ain't me hating on y'all or nothing like that, Cowboys fans. I promise you. But it was I would have rather seen a close game. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Then my partner stepped out one time. I actually got out the house last night. We were supposed to shoot last night. I know, right? But we were supposed to shoot last night, and I hit y'all in group text like, "Hey, I'm trying to go see this Cowboy game, man. Let's push it."
How did that feel? How did it feel? Say them words.
To be honest, I'm gonna keep it a buck, man. I thought Brady was gonna do some Brady shit to him, man. I ain't gonna lie, because that's why I was hoping if it would have been a close game, Brady was gonna do some Brady shit to him. I believe.
Nah, I feel it.
Now to get the Cowboys credit, bro, and Dak, he from the crib, from the home state. Shout out to him, man. That nigga played an excellent game last night, man. And they probably 3 and out, maybe that first drive, or maybe the first 2 drives, but then after that, whooping their ass.
Nobody could get any positive anything.
Right, both of them 3 and out. But then, man, once Dak threw that first one, it was all over with.
Floodgates was open, boy.
Oh man, they played. That's about the goodest game in the circumstances that they were in, being on the road, playing against Tom Brady. Which, let's keep it a buck. The Bucks were not good this year. They just so happened to be in the worst division. Worst division in the league this year.
We
had my Saints in there. We've had my Saints in there. I'm gonna admit it. I don't have no problem admitting when we garbage.
I admit it.
We sucked ass this year, but I think under the circumstances with them being on the road, Tom Brady had never lost to him in his career.
Yep. It's been 30 years since they won a road playoff game.
30 years, 1992 since they won a road playoff game, and it was like 96 since they won a championship. Let's just not leave that out. So that's about 27 years. 27 years. I just had to poke them one time. But yeah, bro, they stepped up and they played that was damn near a perfect game, bro. I ain't gonna lie, that was a good game they played.
I actually called him getting the 4 touchdown. I probably should have bet something, but
you probably should have, boy.
Yeah,
you should have.
And what I really said, because this is what be irking me about the Cowboy fans. They so damn wishy-washy. Like all week, all I've been hearing is even from Cowboy fans. But I
They
mean,
wasn't talking much at all, bro.
Dak,
That's the thing. They
Dak,
weren't talking
Dak.
much at all this week.
Man, Dak, I don't know what Dak gonna do. He not. I'm like, man, before these last stretch of games, the dude rarely threw an interception. Period.
No. Dak been throwing picks, bro.
No, I said before these last stretch of games. If you go back before these last stretch of games where he's throwing like the 6, he was not an interception prone guy.
Bro. Yes, he was this year, bro. He led the league in interceptions and he missed 6 games.
That's what I'm saying. Since he came back, but this is the first time.
No. What do you mean, like in his career?
Yeah.
I mean, normally double digits in picks. I don't know. I can't. I know he normally double digits, but this is definitely the worst season he's had as far as throwing picks. Easily the worst.
I can agree with that.
Yeah, this is easily the worst season he's had throwing picks. And then, like I say, to put on that, he missed like 5-6 games, and you led the league in interceptions. That's horrible.
Yeah, that is.
That's pretty bad.
It just seemed like to me they was riding him pretty hard. Like he the only one out there. Like some of the interceptions wasn't situational, bouncing off receivers' hands and things of that nature.
Of course.
And I'm just like, but this is y'all team. This is America's team.
No, they on the high now. They on the high now.
Yeah,
You know, they love him now, bro. They love him. You know, that's how the typical Cowboy fan do, man.
Yeah. But Seahawks lost to the 49ers, which that's who Dallas plays next. That's going to be a much tougher game. Not going to be 45-year-old man out there. Jaguars get the win over the Chargers. Man, they having a nice comeback season, man.
Man, how in the hell in a playoff game you had these niggas down 27-0 and you let them hawk you down, bro?
Dude.
You let them come back. And Herbert, you supposed to be like top 10-ish quarterback, top 10, top 5. No. You can't be, bro. Ain't no way.
I'm talking the golden boy, Mr. Trevor Lawrence. You want to say talking about mental fortitude?
Yeah. Forget
interceptions.
That dude erased that first half.
The first quarter.
That nigga erased it. Like he
in the first quarter.
You don't remember none of
that. The first quarter.
Man.
Like,
and this is what is his third year, right? Third year in the league.
Something like that, yeah. He's pretty new, yeah.
Dude, man, shit.
I like to think of myself as a mentally tough guy, but if I throw 4 interceptions in a game on Madden in the first quarter, I'm probably gonna
you take me out now.
You know what, y'all got
look, I'm gonna say, man, look, I ain't got it tonight, bro. Look, I just don't have it, man. But, yeah, I gotta give him credit, man, to throw 4 picks. 3 of them to Asante Samuels Jr.
Hey,
3 of them to him, to that
shout out to the Wiley veteran.
Right. No. He a young boy. That's young boy.
Oh, Junior.
Yeah. That's Junior. So he threw 3 to him, and it's like, I'm like, bro, like, and I you know what I said? I said, man, I think they scored at the end of the third quarter. I think they made it like 14-27. I thought, oh yeah, they in the game. It's a game. Mm-hmm. At the end of the third, they scored it. I was like, oh yeah, it's a game. And shit, he came all the way back, bro. Man, shout out to Trevor, man.
This has been a very amazing competitive season, and I'm loving it.
No doubt.
Giants beat the Vikings 31-24.
Surprise.
Yeah, didn't really believe in the Vikings. They always just seem like, you
know,
they get wins.
Kirk Cousins.
Just like
Kirk Cousins. Yep.
That's enough on that, huh?
What we gonna do? That's enough on that.
Mr. Mediocre. Was good to see what's your boy name? The running back for the Giants.
Oh, Saquon.
Good to see Saquon get out there and go
playoffs. Saquon in the playoffs, he a problem, boy. Hey, Eagles, they better shit. Huh.
Hey, And let's not be remiss and forget about Mr. Daniel
He
Jones.
played good. You know what, bro?
Yeah.
I have a few clients that are Giant fans, and I was telling them I seen him play a few times. I was like, bro, that man just need a number one receiver. Like you give him a number one receiver and maybe like a solid number two. He ain't even got to be a Chris
Yeah.
Godwin type nigga. He ain't even got to be that. Just a solid number two. And Saquon, yeah, he gonna make some noise. Yeah. They'll be in the playoffs every year if they get there.
Oh yeah. Got a little running game about him too that I ain't really know.
Yeah, he can get away from you. He got that little sneaky speed. Yeah. Like Mahomes a little bit.
Yeah.
He might be faster. Yeah, I don't know.
I ain't watched the combine like that.
I feel like Mahomes just run funny than a bitch. That nigga run funny than the bitch. Like he twists when he run.
That's that half caucasity.
That's what that is. That's all it is. That's all it is. Shout out Pat Mahomes, man. That nigga the next GOAT, to be honest.
I got my early pick. I got not early, it's playoffs, but I got Kansas City 49ers. That's where I'm going with it.
SC 49ers. Man, I definitely believe NFC will come down to 49ers and the Eagles. I'm skeptical about this game they have to play against the Giants. I think the Giants rolling. I think they confident as hell.
Yeah.
I think they believe they can go in there and beat the Eagles.
Yeah. In these situations, like the Eagles had the first round bye, do you think that helps or hurts?
It depends, bro. I think it depends on what your team made of. And right. And I also think it's about, of course, matchups. It's always about matchups and how good the team is coming in to play y'all at y'all house. So that's what I'm saying. I think the Giants, they on some shit like shit.
You locked in.
All right, take us for granted if you want to, but we coming and we ain't gonna lay down. So
it's always a good mental edge when you're the underdog and you play free.
Not much expectation. You don't have nothing to lose. You're on the road, so it's kind of like whatever we do, we didn't made it past the wild card, so we got us a playoff win. So anything after this, man, let's just shoot for the stars. I think the Eagles or the 49ers, I'm skeptical about the Eagles, like I say, but I think the 49ers will come out, and I'm going with Joe Burrow, man. I'm going with Joe Cool, man. I'm going with Joe Cool, man, and I'm thinking that he's going to get him one this year, nigga. I'm saying it right here, right now.
Okay.
Joe Burrow for Super Bowl.
They advanced as well with a 24-17 victory over the Ravens.
Right.
Which that was to be expected because Ravens didn't have their MVP Lamar Jackson quarterback.
Right.
But still made it a very tough game. And that's where
go ahead.
That's where I kind of lose the Bengals making it all the way because you need to protect your quarterback, and they don't do that.
But think about it, bro. The nigga got sacked 9 times in one of them games last year, and they still won.
Yeah.
They still won. So I'm not gonna say just because he getting sacked or I got proof that they can make to the Super Bowl and this nigga gets sacked 9 times.
Yeah.
In a playoff game. Yeah, so I believe in Joe, man. I think but the Ravens keep a tough defense now. Like they keep a tough D. I don't think that the Chiefs defense is as good as the Ravens. Who are they playing next?
Bengals advanced to play the Bills, which they had one of the tougher defenses. That's the thing. That's what I'm saying. In the playoffs,
they don't have one. They don't have one.
Right.
No, not there. That's gonna be a good ass game.
Yeah,
that's gonna be a good ass game. But like I say, I'm gonna just ride with Joe, man. I think last year, that was close, bro. They was Eli Apple, sorry ass nigga getting the defensive defensive what's the defensive holding or something down there in the red zone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever. And then they called a bogus call on that linebacker.
Yeah.
Down there too. But yeah, man, he was
I think it's Montez Burfict, something like that.
You 50, I think 55 or something, white guy.
But it was a bad hit. They said
it was on Cooper Kupp, I believe. They called like a defensive holding, I believe, for sure on that play. I can't remember what. I think it might just been pass interference on Eli, but I think it was like a defensive holding on homie or whatever.
Okay.
But yeah, man. So he was close. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go with Joe though, man.
You know, when you increase the hits on a quarterback, though, that increases the chance because all it takes is one hit to knock him
get hurt. No, if he get hurt, it's over. Yeah, no. He get hurt, it's over. No doubt.
Hopefully they can straighten up a little bit, man. Keep getting, you know.
Yeah.
And then the last game for the past weekend was Dolphins Bills. Bills edge out the Dolphins by 3, which surprisingly the Dolphins hung around too without their starting quarterback, Tua Tagovailoa. I think these Dolphins gonna be around though for the next couple of years if they, can keep that wide receiver tandem that they got.
Oh, crazy.
Tua get healthy. I mean,
I think I don't know if Tua. I don't know what his future holds, bro. I think the young man need to. I ain't gonna tell him what he need to do, but in my opinion, if that was me, man, and I done took 3 concussions in one football season, really in the span of maybe 4 or 5 weeks, maybe 6 weeks, I took 3 concussions, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. If you done made your millions, man, I'd at least consider giving that shit up, man. I know you love it, and when you're young, you feel invincible, all of that. Early 20s, you feel invincible. You feel like, man, I can come back from this, and I can. But you ain't thinking about when you get in your 30s and your 40s. And
take me back.
You ain't really thinking about that too much when you're young, bro, like that. And at your peak, you know what I'm saying? So
for sure.
But yeah, if he decides to come back, man, I think if he continue to get better, try to avoid those concussions,
right?
I think they'll be a legit contender for sure.
For sure.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, but main thing is you got to take care of yourself, and then encompassing with that, man. The next topic we gonna discuss is been going around. I've been seeing a few videos on TikTok and Twitter. The soft life era, which has been started as like a movement by Black women where they just getting to say, because there's a stigma on Black women that they have a little harder exterior.
Okay.
Because a lot of them, INDEPENDENT,
Right.
So they doing their own thing. They take care of their own businesses and bills. So they feel like, hey, I've got myself to this place where now it's time for me to be soft. It's time for me to get pampered. I get to do my nails and go shopping and things that make a woman feel like a woman, like she's kept.
Okay.
Now, whether that be by herself or somebody doing those things for her. Okay. And there's been a few guys that have been rebutting with the soft life of a Black man.
Okay.
And in particular, a vehicle, because that's what you watch. Never mind. A video I watched over the weekend. It was a guy that basically posted a viral video, TikTok, and all he did was he woke up, put some tea on, read him a book, did him some stretches, had a dog with him, played with the dog, walked his dog a little bit, had some candles lit, cooked him a nice little lunch or whatever. Just basically, man, I'm just taking care of myself and pampering myself, which I feel like in this new era, which every generation, I think men, they're saying or like 90s guys, 80s guys were like, man, y'all soft. And with 90s guys, they'll say they were early 2000 guys, and it just keeps going and going as it becomes less the gender roles become less identifiable, I guess.
Or men become, I guess, or men become a little more less masculine,
Yeah, yeah.
or something. Okay, along those lines. Okay.
Uh, what you think, man? Do you think that's a positive light to see black men in as far as being in a soft life?
That's what it's called, man. The soft life,
Soft life. They
man.
probably could have picked a
Man,
better name, huh?
man, fuck all that internet TikTok shit, man. That's to me. I mean, you could call it what you want, but to me, that's just fucking hell, man. I go get my toes done. I go get massages. I drink
Yeah.
tea. I don't
Right.
have a dog. You know what I'm saying? But that's to me, that's just like
More
maintenance,
self-care.
self care, maintenance.
Yeah.
What's soft about that? Yeah,
I,
I don't get what's soft about it.
you got
You know
me,
what I'm
man.
saying? I don't see what's soft about it, but I think as you get older, you might not catch too many guys that's like 21, 22, 23 doing it.
Right.
But you'll catch guys more around our age, late 20s, early 30s, and up. You know what I'm saying? Doing shit like that. For me, I know I have to every once in a while go get massages, go get my feet done. I'm standing up on my feet all day. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Being a barber. So I'm gonna have to make sure I take care, get that massaged and get that done, and
That bunion cut down a
get
little bit,
the
man.
feet right. You know what I'm saying? I'm up on them all day. Sometimes 10 to 12 hours a day straight cutting.
Right.
So,
Right.
so to me, like I said, that's just self care, maintenance, that type of shit. Like um, I don't know. I guess if you want to call it the soft life or whatever, if
Yeah,
that's the
man.
name that they gave it,
It
whatever.
seems like it's a stigma, man. Anytime a man tries to do something to take care of himself, it's like weird or something like that.
Yeah,
A lot of times I feel like, especially in black culture, men are only defined by who they take care of.
no doubt.
I know when I meet people, a lot of times the first question out their mouth is, "You got kids? You got a wife?" I'm just like, "No, I'm just out here supporting myself."
Right,
I'm sorry that I haven't taken on the responsibility of caring
right,
for some other individuals, but
right.
I'm trying to set myself up for success first. Um, Whereas, just on the other hand, the only counterparts we had to compare to is women. Women, they get applause for literally just take care of themselves.
Oh God,
Yeah,
listen.
you holding down a
Right.
job or you have your own business and you got your own place to stay, you pay your own bills.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
that's amazing.
Yeah,
But like I say, it's kind of it goes to the thing that you said earlier when you first announced this topic. You was like, you know, um, the independent women era. This is the era that we living in with the women. This is the independent woman era. You know what I'm saying? Webby was a little ahead of his time,
right.
even though that nigga was, he was basically praising it. You know what I'm saying? But that's kind of where it is with the women these days. It's like, they kind of want to be um, business owners, or which ain't nothing wrong with that. I
No, they
think
are. Shit, women are business owners.
yeah, you getting more women business owners, but then you getting a lot of women that want like the women that are actually business owners and successful business owners.
Yeah,
You get a lot of for every one of those, you getting thousands that just want to have a business to say they have a business.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Um, and I mean, like that's what's put out
Yeah.
to women. Be a boss, be a boss, get your
And
own
still
business. Don't
and
worry about
still have a
it.
nigga out paying your bills and flying you out at the same damn time.
Yeah, that's
You don't like that?
nah, man. To me, just in a simply put it, like I think I'm old, I'm old school, like to the core on certain stuff,
Yeah.
and I just think like I think that's a man's. I think at least within the relationship setting, I think that's a man's job to worry about bringing in the finances, like to take care of the family, right? Um, I think that should be his main goal is to provide and protect. And I think the woman, not to say she can't have a career, I don't think she should have a career, but I think her main focus should be the household, holding down her husband, and if they have kids, you
Is
know,
that not?
main focus, not the only. I ain't saying, like I
Yeah,
say, I'm saying she can't have a career and be career minded, but I think that should be in my world.
yeah.
That's how I feel.
Is that not kind of demeaning though to say,
Not
yeah,
at all. I think so.
but just to say, okay, yeah, because it kind of makes it seem like you're saying, yeah, you can have your little business, whatever, but you need to make sure there's dinner cooked on the stove, even after you didn't work your 8 to 10 hours or whatever. And that's what a lot of women rebuttal with was saying. So I'm supposed to wake up, go to work, come home,
Right,
cook, clean, take care of kids,
right,
have sex with your mate,
right,
and then you just go to work.
right. So this is the thing, though. This is the thing. Um, I'm not saying a man should just be. I ain't saying that. I'm not saying that that should be his only focus. Of course, yeah, come home, help out with the kids, homework. If you can make the games or whatever, if you ain't got to work, make the games or whatever it is. All I'm saying is, for me, you know, I would want my wife more focused on that, versus, especially if I'm making good money, I'm making decent money that's taking care of all of us. I would more so want her to focus on that versus trying to, oh, I want to be this big business owner. Like that's just me. And I don't think it's demeaning because nigga, what you then you say your mama was doing what? Who she had with her? And she was taking care of you.
Right,
She was working, come home, cook, taking care of you.
right,
My mama was working, come home, cook, take me to class with her. This single women we talking about.
right.
And like I said, I'm not saying a man shouldn't all women just take care of the kids and I just go to work, come home, make sure nobody don't fuck with her. I ain't saying that, but I'm just saying the main focus is what I think the main focus is should be for a woman and for a man as far as in a relationship, family setting. That's it.
That's a and I see your point. I'm gonna just say for me, it's a on a case by case basis.
True.
There's a
Now,
lot of
go ahead.
individual, situations. I'm not gonna tell a woman like, because it may be a situation where yeah, you work, but she works or she owns a business. She make more than you.
Okay.
So in that situation, you be kind of weird to say, yeah, I know you make more than me, but I'm still the man.
Right.
So now I'm not gonna say as a man you don't still lead your household
Okay.
because you still do carry that cachet as a man. You
Okay.
are a protector and a provider,
Okay.
even if that's not just monetarily.
Okay.
Um, but it's definitely not a thing where it's like, okay, I lay the law down and you got your whatever you're doing, but that don't hold no grounds to what I'm doing. That just kind of seems silly to me.
But that's not what I'm saying. I don't know
I'm
if
not.
you
I'm not. I'm just saying.
yeah.
I'm just
What
giving
I'm
that
saying is, and
perspective.
I never spoke about who making more or whatever. I never said anything about that. What I'm saying is, um, and even if it's a woman that make more, I'm still a man in the house. So it's still gonna be this still how I'm coming. Regard now, I don't know how a woman that makes more than a man that's really trying to be, especially black women, you know what I'm saying? Our women that we deal with. I don't really deal with too many other races, so I can't really speak for them.
Mhm.
But I don't know how they would take a dude that make less than them coming in saying, "Yeah, I'm yeah, the buck stop with me." Like,
Right.
yeah, we can consult on decisions with the household, but the buck stop with me. Now I'm gonna ask you how many. So, like I say, for those situations, like you say, it is case by case because it's got some. I'm sure it's a lot. I know it's a lot of people that are in a situation where the woman is the breadwinner and it works for them,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
Whether the nigga want just a laid back nigga and just let his wife do her thing, and they kind of like, you know, split the chores and all that type of shit. Split the bills 50-50, or however it go, whatever works for you, works for you. I don't care about what anybody else got going. I'm just speaking strictly for me. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying this is how you should handle your situations. I'm just talking mine. But I just think I don't know how that would work if
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying. If your old lady is the breadwinner and you come in there, or you first let me ask you, are you the type of guy that you gonna come in a relationship like, hey man, listen, I'm the head of the house. I'm the man. I'm the head of the household. This how I'm coming. Are you that type of guy? Or are you just hey, let's just do everything um 50-50, or or how are you in a relationship? Like, what are you, how
I'm
you doing?
definitely I am the head of the household in regards to when we make decisions, we're gonna discuss,
Sure.
but I feel like the end all be all needs to be, hey, this is what we're gonna do
Okay.
as far as just leading.
Exactly.
Um,
Exactly. Exactly.
it's gonna be situations where now if you just know particularly more information about a subject or something
Sure.
like that, maybe,
Sure.
yeah.
Nigga
But
ain't got an ego about that. Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Um, as far as finances go, I, I'm kind of like what you're
Now
saying.
listen,
I
now
ain't
stop
really
right
invested.
there. Stop,
I ain't.
stop right there. Stop
Oh,
right there. So you being the same type of nigga as I am in a relationship, right? On that tip, like I'm the head of
mhm.
the household, the buck stop with me, whatever. Do you believe that a woman that make more money than you would concede that to you?
It is
Just,
hard to see.
just what you
It
think.
is
Just
hard to see. I don't see it. I ain't gonna
that's
lie to
all
you.
I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. So for me, like, but if
Because it's
you a
funny,
nigga,
some women who know they don't even make half as much will still act like they want to
right?
call shots.
Oh, you would have to be paying every goddamn, not most of the bills. You would have to be paying every bill for you to
Right,
have some damn control. Not really control, but some to be the head of the household basically.
right.
So like I say, like what you said, it is case by case. So it's some niggas out there that's cool with that, like that'll have a woman that make more than them, and maybe she runs the household. Some niggas think women supposed to run the household. I don't know what they got going, but you know, but
I'm
that's
gonna
just
say, I'm
it.
gonna say this: women can run a household.
They
I
definitely
mean,
can.
as a person that was raised by a single mother,
Sure,
it's
but
not like women cannot hold them leadership positions.
sure, of course.
And I don't think
When
it makes.
forced to, when
I
forced
don't.
to, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
for sure.
do you think it makes a man less of a man if he has a woman leading him?
No, like I say, I think that's just again case by case. If you're
Mhm.
okay with that and you don't have a problem with that, more power to you. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not that guy. That's all. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But I don't think there's anything wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? I know people
Yeah.
that, yeah, they girl and they wife,
Right.
yeah, it go through them. You know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
at the end of the day, it's all about being happy.
If you
Uh,
happy with that, bro,
yeah.
that's all I'm saying. This ain't no, oh, I think this is how it should go every time. Whatever,
Right.
all you people, whoever you is, whatever makes you whatever makes your relationship run seamlessly, if that's giving your girl that type of power, um, have at it. That's
Right.
yeah, do that because it works. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? But like I say, it's just for me, I just don't think I had it in me, bro.
Yeah.
Even if I were to make less money than my woman, I think it would be a problem if I wouldn't if she would fight me on being, the head of the
maker.
household. You know what I'm saying? Like we wouldn't be able to make it.
Yeah.
Like because at the end of the day, like I said, I never brought up money because it don't matter about that.
Right.
To me, it don't. The money don't matter. It's about what I, you know, how I'm coming and who I am. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, like it wouldn't matter about money. It's just
To some people, yeah, but to some people, it does matter because, hey, this is America. We life is based off how much money you have.
class and all that. Yeah,
Yeah.
nah, I do for sure.
Um, I say we bring that up again when we have the,
Oh no, down the line,
yeah,
down the line. Yeah, but we're gonna get into it for sure.
Can't let y'all see everything. Just shit. We got
Our Valentine's Day episode. We got a good one for y'all, man.
Yeah,
Got a good one for y'all,
man. Let's see what else we got going today, man. Is it about that time? Gonna do the black business shout out.
Who we got, man? Who we got?
Shout out to my boy Mar. Shamar with Two Slick Hat Co.
That's dope.
Man, this is a trucker I got off my boy, and
Okay.
he does strictly in the hats. He's got the beanies for you. He's got the dad hats for you. He's got the buckets. Whatever you need, he got buckets, man. He got the safari joints with the little string, you know, in case you got here chopping through the woods, whatever you need, man. So go hit up my boy at Two Slick Hat Co. Man, he does shipping. Great quality product. This hat probably look a little new, and I done had it up for over a year now. So
Okay.
hey man,
Nah,
shout out to the boy, man. Keep doing your thing.
For sure, for sure.
See here. I think you said you might have a tale from the king.
Oh, do I? All right, so
Ooh, wait a minute.
let me do a disclaimer first. Guys, um this is a story from years ago. All of these King Tales from the King stories are stories from years ago. I won't say any names. You know, some of these people may be in relationships, and some of these females will be probably in a relationship and all of that now. Um, and I'm not proud of this. This is just little funny stories. I'm not proud of this at all.
Don't let him lie to y'all, America, all around the world.
I'm not, man. I really was messed up on the cool for this. So, I don't know if you remember. So this was back when I had we was working on night shift. I tell you, man, listen, for y'all boys that get to be like a manager on at any fast food spot, man. Don't let it, man, because it can go to your head, man. Don't let it go to your head, man.
Those niggas get a little piece of
Listen.
start abusing their authority.
No, I wasn't abusing my authority, but it was just like, when I first got there, I was single, whatever, of course, at that time. And, I probably was talking to a couple in there, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if it was because of me becoming a manager or maybe we just got more females. More females maybe started working there around that time, but it was kind of like everything that came through there, I was like, either like had their number or we was, dealing with each other on night shift, rather night shift. I wasn't really on night shift. So I remember. So listen, this particular time, I had like I was talking to this one on night shift, kind of heavy. Matter of fact, do you remember we went to man, where old girl stayed at in those apartments in East Natchitoches?
I do recall.
You remember so you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Okay. So you know who I'm talking about. So man,
as I recall, matter of fact, that might be giving away too much.
Let's not give away too much. So I'm talking to her heavy at the time, but at the same time, I'm probably hollering at like two other ones. You know what I'm saying? And probably flirting with two more. Ain't no telling. You know what I'm saying? So I remember this one particular time I was on night. I was on night shift, and like two of them was there at the same time.
Doom, doom, doom.
Now look, I don't know if you remember this, but when I tell you probably will. But the one that I was messing with heavy, like she really didn't care if, to be honest, she really didn't care if I was talking to somebody else up in there. That's just the relationship that we had. So I had this other one that I was talking to or trying to talk to, and I think that day I was just talking to her in the break room, and I think I asked for a number. Now, mind you, Shorty up there with her, they on the front, they in the front together. So I asked her for a number, and I think yeah, don't you talk to such and such? And I'm like, man, I'm like, I think I might have said like she don't care or something like that. So,
and you know what be funny? Why women act like they care?
They don't, bro. They
Just
don't,
for,
bro.
just for you saying that shit, obviously you don't
They
care.
don't, bro. So I'm gonna get to that at the end. So check it out. I was just sitting in there chilling. I think we were slow, and like she goes up there and tell her like, "Hey, he just tried to holler at me. He asked for my number or whatever." Now this chick, the same chick that just told that she
Snitching.
got a boyfriend, right? You know who I'm talking about, right? You know what I'm talking
I
about.
know the exact situation.
Oh, okay. Well, you know. So listen. So she go up there. She tell her, and the chick was like, "Oh, so you know what I'm saying?" So everybody is like, all of it. It had a few girls there that day, and they all getting on me like, "Yo, why you doing that? Like that girl up here, and you doing this and that." And I'm like, bro, she don't care. Like, go ask her.
Dirty,
And she ain't care.
filthy dog.
So
If y'all wondering who trained me to be the dog,
no, I
in
didn't.
many ways.
Don't do that. Don't do that. So check it out. So after all of that, I'm about to leave, and she on front counter, the chick that I tried to get at and who told on me. She on front counter, and I'm like, man, why you snitched on me like that? Like, and she was just like, what'd she say? She was like, nah, cause you don't need to be doing it. I'm like, man, we ain't together, bro. Like me and her not, we ain't in no relationship. She don't, whatever. And she was like, she just started
Relationship
laughing.
police.
So check it out. She started laughing, and she was like, I would let you. She was like, I would let you be, but I got a boyfriend. So that's really the real reason why she ain't really want to mess. I feel like she was being messy, but at the same time, it had she not had a boyfriend,
Been whatever.
she would have been with it. But I think that's like I say, I don't know if that was from me being a manager, man, but it seemed like I ain't gonna lie. When I put that little gray shirt on, bro,
It
like
was the butt. It was the button up. That's what
hey,
it
man,
was.
it was a button up in the tie. I'm trying to tell you, man. So, man,
Shout
y'all.
out to all the fast food workers that got the clip on right now, man.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It wasn't clip on. It was a
Shoot your
real.
shots, man.
It was a real tie. It was a real.
Oh, okay. Excuse
Yeah,
me.
yeah, it was a real tie.
Hey,
Yeah,
man.
man. So
Shoot
don't.
your shots.
But yeah, y'all can get fired for that. We was just unprofessional as hell up there at that one, though. So y'all be
That's true.
careful.
And we worked in
And like,
like a small town setting, so
right.
so,
Nah, man, that's my tales from the king. I thought that was funny though, man. She tried to rat me out, but she wanted a nigga anyways. She really wanted a nigga, but she had a boyfriend. I respect her for being solid with a dude, but she didn't have to try and rat me out. That could have went bad for me that day. It could have went bad. You know what I'm saying? But she ain't fucking care. When I doubled back a couple of years later.
I think I remember you saying a little
Yeah. I was living in Shreveport then.
Splash City.
Yup. Oh yeah.
But yeah, man. I'm not a role model. I'm gonna tell y'all, do that shit. Try that shit. Let me know how it work out for you. Put it in the comments.
You gonna get a nigga fired, man. You gonna be fired like a motherfucker trying to do that shit, man. Nah, don't do it, man. I'm telling you. You might not have a cool manager that don't really care about that,
It's
man.
the angel and the devil.
Man, no doubt.
Nah, appreciate you guys. Make sure y'all follow us. Make sure y'all comment. Shit, tell me that my little shit locks is
Right,
short. Tell me.
right.
Tell me that we did a great
Tell us
job.
we got a booger in our nose or something. You
Man,
know,
give us a rating on the podcast app on Spotify. Give us a 5-star.
right.
Dude, like, share, subscribe, and my bad.
You
CBD.
put it all together.
Like,
Comment.
share, comment, subscribe, man. Follow
Yeah.
us at Rich Dreams _apparel. Make sure that you follow the Now Legacy Network on Facebook, on Twitter,
Instagram,
TikTok. You can follow us on TikTok there as well.
Spotify.
Yeah, man. Rock with us.
Yes, sir.
It's Rich Dreams. What you mean?
Yep, 7.